Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Business Hive podcast. I'm Jess, and I'm here to spark actionable strategies and fun breakthroughs that unleash your business potential. So, today's episode is titled Networking Isn't Dead. You're just doing it wrong. I know it sounds a bit provocative, but stick with me, okay? I want to start with a short story about an encounter I had recently on Facebook, which actually is the reason why I decided to talk about this on this week's podcast. So, last month, in one of the Facebook groups I follow, someone posted a really bold statement. They said, and I quote, controversial post, coffee chats, endless fluff, no more. As a businesswoman, time is a priority. How about you? Now, I don't agree with this. And she was essentially saying that coffee chats or that type of networking really is a waste of time. I couldn't help but jump in and add my 2 cents. So this is what I wrote. I said, I agree that coffee chats can many times be fruitless, but I think it's because many people don't know how to network. Most folks see coffee chats as a way to get clients or customers, but that couldn't be further from the truth. You jump on coffee chats with other business owners to see what they are selling and add them to your community. I meet with you and you offer graphic design. Then I meet with Julie and she offers web design. You and Julie don't know each other, but now I can connect you and you can send clients to each other. Or as my clients are looking for solutions to their pain points, I can look at everyone I've met in the past and see if I know of a resource that can assist them. Not only am I sending a client to another small business, I look like a valuable resource in the eyes of my clients. This is how business is done all over the world. Trust me, those billionaires don't go to Monaco to simply vacation. Deals are going down. So then came her response, and it genuinely made me pause. And it might make you pause as well. Here's what she replied. Quote, and that is great for some people, but I'm not here to be a connector. With over 3 decades of coaching under my belt, I just don't do coffee chats anymore. Not until I know there's a really good reason for me to speak with them further. End quote. Wow. I mean, just wow. So today we're going to dive into why traditional networking might be failing you and how you can shift your mindset to build real lasting relationships. Now, here's a hard truth for you. Okay, you ready? If your sole focus in business is to take and never give, you'll receive nothing in return. Business is about relationships. If all you care about is people handing over their money without you ever showing any interest in investing back in them, you're no better than the shysters out there today. People can see right through that. They know when you only care about their cash. Now, the problem that I have with the comment that this woman made is you are a connector. You are a small business owner. You didn't build your business in a vacuum, and you're not going to grow in a vacuum. If that's what you want, please go get a job. The whole purpose of being a small business is that we build community together. That's how we sustain. You are not Johnson and Johnson. You are not Starbucks. You are not Target. You are not Walmart. You cannot stand alone. You need a community. If you think you're going to build this by yourself, you are wrong. See, the sad reality is that so many companies, big and small, operate just like that woman in the Facebook group. They're not willing to invest in anyone or anything unless it's a direct boost to their revenue. They fail to understand that every interaction you have with someone carries the potential to positively impact your business. And here's the good news: if you want to stand out from the status quo, you simply need to start by investing in others and positioning yourself as a resource. That's how you do it. It's the age old principle of reaping what you sow. Of course, a word of caution. You've got to use your common sense. Not every engagement is worth your time. And some people are just out to waste it. But you're smart enough to know who's on the up and up and who isn't. And if you happen to misjudge a situation, consider it a lesson learned. After all, life and business are filled with lessons, and each one is good for your growth. Now, because most businesses treat networking like a transactional checklist, and they're out there chasing the next sale, the next contact, without ever taking the time to build a genuine human connection, they're losing out on the magical transformation networking can provide businesses of all sizes and ages. Forget the numbers game of collecting business cards. Instead, ask yourself, how can I add real value to someone else's journey? When you approach networking with an authentic interest, you can naturally build deeper, more meaningful conversations. It's not about what you can get, it's about what you can give. So let's talk about the 3 rules to real networking, okay? And I want you to write these down, okay? All right. So, first, it's quality over quantity. It's not the number of contacts that count, but the quality of those interactions. See, I shifted my focus from simply amassing names to cultivating genuine relationships. And the difference was night and day. Meaningful conversations lead to real growth, shared wisdom, and opportunities that simply can't be found in a long list of names. You want to focus on building quality relationships with other people because you can learn from their mistakes, you can learn from their triumphs. Okay, number 2, the evolving landscape, right? Networking isn't confined to traditional face to face meetings anymore. Today, social media, webinars, even casual online chats can be powerful tools if you use them with the right mindset. Remember, it's less about how many people are going to pay me money and more about nurturing genuine human connection. When you engage with another small business owner, you now have additional individuals, additional companies, additional people out there that know about your business. They now know you. They've engaged with you. They trust you. And they will begin saying your name in rooms where you are not physically located, because that's what you need. Small business owners, we need to be everywhere because we wear all the hats. But what would happen if you had a community, a tribe, a gang, a hive of individuals that know about you, they know about your business, and when they hear somebody needs a service or a product that matches what you offer, and they say, you know what? I actually, I know somebody that can help you with that. And they say your name. You didn't even know this lead was coming into you. Now, this would not have happened if you had not engaged with this person. All right, moving on. Number 3, giving before receiving. So perhaps the most transformative strategy that I can offer you is to give first, whether it's sharing insights, connecting people with other opportunities, or just listening intently and focusing on what you can contribute completely will change the dynamic. When you invest in others, you build a network that not only supports you, but also elevates the entire community. Going back to what I said previously, reaping and sowing. You cannot, you will not. I don't care. I do not care what it is. You cannot reap if you do not sow. You can steal, that's a thing, but you cannot reap if you do not sow. And as business owners, we must sow into others in order to reap the benefits of having a dynamic community. All right. Okay, let's get practical here, okay? So it's time to transform your networking approach from a routine exchange into a genuine connection building experience. And here's how you can start making every interaction count in your business. First, listen actively. The next time you're at an event, or even like an online call or a Zoom call, make it your mission to listen more than you speak. I want you to ask open-ended questions and let the conversation flow naturally. This isn't about hearing words, it's about understanding the person behind the words, understanding their pain points, understanding what they do for a living, understanding who they reach. Next, I want you to offer real value. Think about a unique insight or a resource you can share that might be the game changer for someone in your network. It could be a handy tool or a piece of advice that you swear by, or you heard recently, or you read somewhere, or even just a simple introduction between two parties that sparks a new opportunity. When you give, you set the stage for genuine reciprocal relationships. Now, finally, I want you to follow up with intent. After any meeting, I want you to send a thoughtful message that reflects on the conversation that was had. I want you to skip the generic, hey, it was really nice to meet you. And instead, I want you to delve deep. I want you to mention a specific point you discussed. Ask how you can further assist them or continue the dialogue. That personal touch goes a long way in building trust. Remember, networking isn't about collecting names like trophies. It's about creating lasting connections that enrich both your personal and professional life. When you invest in others, you're not just building a network, you're nurturing a community. And that's truly how business grows. So I've got a mini challenge for you, okay? You ready? I want you to reach out to one person in your network that you haven't spoken to in a while. But here's the twist. I want you to skip the business pitch. I know, but I need leads. I understand you need leads. I'm going to tell you something that nobody else is saying. Leads, business, sales, it takes time. Okay. So the things that I'm going to discuss on this podcast, the things that I discuss with my clients, the things that I write in my newsletter, this is the long game. I don't preach short-term solutions. I don't preach quick and easy, just get in, get out, get the money. Sorry, that's not over here. I teach sustainable business, something that's going to keep you in business for the long haul, not something where you get in, get the money, and get out. So I want you to skip the business pitch. Instead, I want you to share a genuine compliment or ask for their advice on something you know they are passionate or knowledgeable about. Okay? That's right. It's all about giving. We're not taking. Okay? Just giving. So here's the step by step. First, you're going to identify that one contact who could really use a fresh connection. And then you're going to craft a personalized message that reflects on your previous interactions, make it authentic and thoughtful. Then you're going to ask some advice from them, okay, on something they know or something they're passionate about. Or you're going to share a compliment, maybe about something they've posted on social media or something you know that they've launched in their business. And then finally, you're going to schedule a conversation. Tell them it's been a while. I'd love to catch up, and schedule a quick call or a virtual coffee chat. Or, I mean, schedule an in-person coffee chat. We can meet now. We can go outside. It's about to be spring. Go outside. Meet with them at the local coffee shop. Always choose local, people. Let's stay away from corporate for a while. Let's start supporting other small business owners. There's got to be at least one independent coffee shop in your city or town, okay? That extra touch of, hey, I am really interested in what you're doing. Let's talk about it. That's going to make all the difference. When you focus on quality and authenticity, you're not only fixing your networking approach, but you're also building a stronger, more supportive community around you. Remember, if your sole focus is to take and never give, you'll receive nothing. Business is all about relationships. All those billionaires don't go to Monaco and Gstaad for an easy breezy vacation. I mean, they do, but that's not the main reason. No, they're going to make connections, okay? They're out there signing deals and growing their network. They're gaining and giving favors. Hell, they're even arranging marriages out there, okay? Now, let's take a moment to quickly recap the core message of today's episode because I really need you to hear me. Networking isn't dead. People have simply lost or forgotten the art of networking. Instead of treating every interaction like a transaction, shift your focus to building authentic, value driven connections. Remember, it's all about quality relationships. Listen actively, give generously, and always follow up with genuine intention. Now, I don't want you to forget your mini challenge. You're going to be reaching out to somebody in your network with real, heartfelt intent. No pitches, just true connection. I know in today's society, especially here in America, we're all stressed out and there's a lot going on and a lot of things up in the air, but we're business owners and we have a job to do. And as business owners, particularly small business owners, no matter what anybody says, we are the backbone of America. And if we were to go away, this bad boy would fall. So I want you to constantly take your business as seriously as possible. It's very important that we remain in community with each other, we support each other, and we stand strong together. That is how we're going to get through all of this. So that's a wrap on today's episode of the Business Hive podcast. I hope you feel inspired and empowered to rethink your networking strategy. Now remember, it's not about the number of contacts, but the quality of the connection you forge. So until next week, stay curious, stay consistent, and do it afraid.